Let's break down the continued grand slide into oblivion.
Well, let's look at
Drudge headline from today of Donald Trump's. We don't have a clip of it, but the Drudge headline today has Trump in ruins, approval 34%.
I mean,
I would say ruins is pretty
ruins. Yeah, the ashes of his former approval.
Yep.
It's brutal. And we've said it before. Say it again. He's not going to escape this. It's only going to get worse and worse.
Is this RV or LV on this poll? Do you know? Do we know?
It does not have in our methodology down there. I don't see it.
But I think this is RV, which is he does a little better with.
Yeah, he does.
RV than L. Folks, let's registered voters versus likely voters.
Yeah, this is the New York Times average. Yeah. He's just slowly pulling away.
Guys, it's just you are never going to see this. You're never going to see his numbers above 40% again.
No, I think what you'll get here in the future of Donald Trump is he's going to be permanently associated with the return of inflation.
Yep.
We've been seeing headlines throughout the week that inflation is back faster than it has been in many years since COVID, basically, that's going to be his legacy. And it's already starting to drag him down to where he will be when he leaves office. So this is just a downslide until we're done with him.
I was having a conversation this morning via Signal with the friend of ours in San Francisco. I was talking, you and I have been talking about. He and I were talking this morning, and he asked me that question, like, does this make it less likely he'll try to stay? That his numbers are so bad. I'm like, yeah. When he was rocking at 50% approval, even at the end of 2020, he still had high approval ratings among big cohorts of the country. And now those don't exist. And now it's harder to make the political case that he has to stay for a third term.
This is interesting. I think there's actually a good reason to believe that he's not going to try to stay. I go back to the IRS deal with Todd Blanche, the corrupt deal that he got to protect himself and his family from paying taxes basically ever. Because, if you can't be audited, you don't really have to pay taxes. And I'm sure that the Trump family is perfectly okay with that.
Right. That's kind of a pretty good deal for them.
What he's found out is that government is the best hustle, the easiest hustle that he's ever done.
Ever.
But he has to escape from this hustle before he gets punished. The IRS deal is a part of setting it up so that he gets to escape unscathed and gets to, essentially be above the law in perpetuity, but not be president forever.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
Plan. I think that's right. Oh, there's my granddaughter. Look at her.
Hello.
Cruising through.
Can we get you something? So I think he's trying to protect himself for when it all comes to an end. Do you need to come up here? You want to say hello? And I think he also sees the writing on the wall. He knows that his polls are terrible.
Oh yeah,
and he's furious about it. And I don't know if he can take much more criticism.
And look, I think when you look at, you were saying this a year ago. If the economic numbers don't swing back in a meaningful way, he's going to end up eventually absorbing that radiation. Because you know what? Nobody cares about the complexities of the underlying economic stuff. They care about how bad it hurts them, and it hurts them right now a lot. And he doesn't seem to have any, I think in the minds of voters, doesn't seem to touch on any of these most important issues that we've got out there.
No, he's focused on putting his face on the $250 bill. Right. Everyone's talking about the economy. Everyone's thinking about their pocketbook. Yep. And that's how they're going to be voting in November. And he's redesigning Washington. He's spending money on
the reflecting pool and the whatever this goddamn idiocracy
demon summoning ritual on the White House lawn that he's going to perform at this UFC rally. It's some kind of sick. And this stuff. I think this is amazing. If you were putting your face on a $250 banknote, that's a bigger banknote than we have in circulation right now.
Correct.
You are going to be permanently associating yourself with runaway inflation. I think it's a really bad idea.
He's Mugabe maxing. Let's we'll add some zeros to that. So
alongside all the corruption, I think he is building a legacy of inflation with stuff like this. And he wants it because it's the biggest bill. He wants it because he wants his face on everything, every building, every government document, everything like that. But this is actually, I think, a really bad idea. Yeah. He's in a lot of trouble.
But yeah, I mean, and going back to this, you know, those numbers on the economy, when we're looking at a 6-month window here, 5-month window here, where the economy is always, folks generally are in the high 30s. It's always the biggest issue overall.
Right.
We're now at 41%. There are two things coming. I was out in San Francisco and I spoke to somebody who's, who really knows the oil and gas stuff.
Right.
And she said, at the end of June, the shortages are real. The strategic reserve is dry, and all the onshore stocks are starting to get very, very thin. And that 41% putting the economy as the top issue right now. Democrats, please listen to us. Do not be distracted. Stay on target. It's the economy, stupid.
It seems so obvious, like it's battering you over the head. Even the things that Democrats poll well on healthcare. If you asked voters in this poll, you know, who's doing a better job on healthcare, it's almost always Democrats. But people aren't thinking about healthcare as the most important issue right now. Of course, healthcare costs go into how they think about the economy,
right?
But it's not something that they're as focused on as what's happening with inflation.
Correct.
It is, returning to, and this is another one of those things where, because it was such a verbatim promise as a campaign promise to bring down inflation, it hurts him doubly that he's really stepping in it. I mean, he already did. I mean, again, it's another one of those things. It's irreversible. He can't reverse what's happening with Iran and what happened with the Strait of Hormuz, because he already made the reckless choice to
the decision. So you broke the vase. It's
right.
Done.
Yeah. And he's, it's the bull in a china shop element of Trump, where he can wreck and wreck and wreck, but he'll never be able to put any of this back together. He does it with everything. And I think he's doing it with his party too.